In our communities, as blacks and Hispanics, we don't prove each other. We have sex, we get emotional, and now we get married. We don't build the structure. We don't build the foundation upon knowing who each other is before we jump into marriage. Because guess what? Y'all live together? Almost? But guess what? Once you move in together, you're going to find out things about her that you're not going to like. You're going to find out things about him you don't like.
Never put my trust in a pig-eating pastor. Never kept the Sabbath, but he looking for the rapture. Studied for myself, had to read through the chapters. I left the Christian church and caught ghosts like.
Y'all married? Y'all married, right?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? How long y'all been engaged?
3 years.
3 years.
Last year. We got engaged last year.
I'm sorry? Oh, you got engaged last year?
Yeah.
Okay, give me Shark 6. All right, so I'm asking because as young people, we were never taught as young people. When I was young, we were never taught how to actually build a marriage, how to build a relationship. So our job and responsibility is to make sure that you know, as young people, how God desired that to be done. Because you may love her and care about her. You love him? You love him? Yeah, you love her? Okay, so if y'all love each other, what that means is that you're going to have issues in your marriage. You have problems, right? And the first thing we want to do when we have problems is what? Divorce. I'm going to find me another man. I'm going to find me another woman, right? That's what we do. So we don't know how to commit to marriage. We don't understand loyalty, right? Watch what God says about marriage.
Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Yep.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
You see that? So proving somebody is getting to find out what she's like. Proving, because that's what's wrong with in our communities, as blacks and Hispanics, we don't prove each other. We have sex, we get emotional, and now we get married. We don't build the structure. We don't build the foundation upon knowing who each other is before we jump into marriage. Because guess what? Y'all live together? Almost? But guess what? Once you move in together, you're going to find out things about her that you're not going to like. You're going to find out things about him you don't like. Right? You may pick his nose before you go to bed. You may not like that. There are going to be things about each other that you don't like. So guess what you got to do? What God say to do again?
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Sometimes what we do in marriage, we say, you know what? That's a good woman. I'm going to marry her. You may say, you know what? That's a good man. I want to marry him, right? But God said you got to prove each other first. When you prove each other, what you do is you build a foundation of understanding each other and recognizing each other's issues before you jump into a marriage. All right, give me that a lot. Beginning to possession. Find a possession. You know where's that? All right. So guess what? Were you taught how to conduct yourself in marriage? Were you taught how to properly marry a woman?
4, 5, and 19.
No, right?
19, 20.
Christian church will teach us that. What about you, sis? Were you taught how to properly find a man? No. Our mothers and fathers have not taught us those things because as a result, when we went into slavery, our custom and traditions, which is the Bible, were taken away from us. So now when we look at the Bible, it's a fairy tale book. But the Bible is actually a book of healing. It's a book of order, structure. It's a book of covenant. So when you find out what your role is as a man, guess what? Now you're going to know how to lead a woman. But you can't lead a woman if you don't know your role yet, right?
36:24.
Go on there, okay.
36:24.
Watch this. Watch what the scripture says. Hold on. Y'all ain't leaving me, right? Don't go that way yet. Watch this. Jeremy, you listening? Watch this. This is what God says.
Sirach chapter 36 verse 24.
Bring it up.
He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
You see that? A possession meaning you got a responsibility for her. See, when you get married, it's not just a place where you go in covenant in the dark and you have sex and it feels good. She's gonna need medical insurance. She's gonna need dental insurance. You're gonna have a place to sleep. So you gotta learn as a man, okay, I need a job. How long can you keep a job? Can you take care of a woman and yourself and a child comes along with it? So you get a wife, it's a huge responsibility. Because young men in today's society, what do? We have sex, get the woman pregnant, and we bounce, we leave. We don't want the responsibility of marriage. That's a huge step to take, right? But you gotta know your role in the marriage. Because guess what? She's gonna need clothes. She's gonna need life insurance, health insurance, dental insurance, food, personal stuff, right? When the baby comes, you're gonna need baby clothes. It's a lot of responsibility, right? So these are the things as a man that we're gonna have to teach you. Because I didn't learn these things when I was growing up. So now our job responsibility is to teach you what it means to be in a covenant of marriage and the responsibilities of it. Watch what God says again.
He that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, a help like unto himself.
You see that? That woman got to be a help also unto yourself. So guess what? Women have to be shaped and molded based upon the scriptures.
Right.
She's not going to learn how to love you if you don't teach her how to love you.
Right.
See, she got to be taught. That's what that means. That means if you learn to love God, now you can learn to teach your wife to love you. She should be a split image of yourself. Meaning, the woman have no independent state of mind. Her mind have to be like your mind. There's no 50-50 marriage, you know that, right? Is that 50-50 marriage is? Is the woman equal to the man? I'm glad you know that. What about you? Is the woman equal to the man? No. Because what happens is, when you think your wife is equal to you, what happens is, you put her on the same playing field as yourself, and now there's no respect in the marriage, right? So if a woman thinks she's on your level, it's not to where degrading the woman, but there's an order, right? Let's get that. What you got? Give me 1 Corinthians. What you got? Watch what God says. Don't go nowhere, right? Watch this.
Sirach chapter 7 verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a like woman.
You see that? So that's what the proving stage is for. You got to prove a woman. So this is, when you hear this, what's your state of mind when you hear us bringing this out the Bible? What's your thoughts? Huh?
We're the head.
Does this feel good to me telling you this? Does it feel good to you? What does it make you think about when you hear this as an 18-year-old young man?
No, we're like the head of the house.
That you're the head of the house, right? No, we're not saying the woman is, she ain't nothing. A woman plays a vital role in the marriage.
That's right.
Right? Watch this. Get the order. Let's show you the order, so you know it's biblical. What you think about this, sis? What you think about what we bringing out here in the Bible? It's good? You think that it'll be difficult for you to submit to him as your husband? To do whatever he tells you to do? No?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.